Today we will talk about one of the last two stakeholders that the company should manage correctly. The first one is one of the consumer, and the other one is employees. Last week we talked about like how the government actually impacting the organization, and also how the organization firms actually responding to various governments' regulatory, non-regulatory impact to the business. On the other hand, consumer as well as employees are really critical to your business. So especially this day, you have to know how the consumer activism and activists are actually impacting your business. So what kind of obligation your firms should do for to meet the consumers' demand and needs. So we are going to talk about that one. The first issue is how you deal with the consumers. I think you are, say, third year or fourth year, you will be taking marketing, right? So I believe that none of you students have taken the marketing course yet. So what is marketing? I know that some of the students already mentioned that their goal after university will be working for, say, organization in marketing. So when you say marketing, what is exactly marketing? A very critical function. So briefly we will talk about that one in your, say, introduction to business administration in first semester, and also we will talk about in their marketing course, if you will learn about what specific action of firms for the firm's marketing practice for customers. So marketing is actually organizational behavior to meet the expectation of customers. So rather than selling, providing cheap price, quality, a lot other obligations actually you need to provide to the customers. So that is actually what you are going to talk about today. Customers, as well, one of the major external stakeholders, wants a lot of things from your firms. So you have to know what they want and how you actually satisfy their wants and needs. So we are going to talk about that one. What is consumerism, if you know? I think some topics in consumerism are also one of the university entrance exam questions a few years ago. Because of the consumerism, the organization's approach to the customers are this day pretty much different, right? So your classic approach to customers are not really working because of the consumerism. So what is consumerism, if you know? Exactly, you are, I think, right. So consumerism is actually like movement of consumers, right? So rather than just buying your product, this day consumers try to raise their voice on products or any service from the companies. But individual customers' voice are pretty weak, so that's why they try to gather their voices, raise their voice together. So consumerism is like kind of an action of consumers to become more powerful voice over society, in relation to the companies. So that is consumerism. So consumerism is customers' action to simply say, earning their bargaining power. So they just try to be a much better, superior, say, position over the service provider company. So that's the consumerism. Like before 70s, the consumerism was kind of a terminology that you can see from the textbook. You just cannot see any real activities of consumerism. But like this day, consumerisms are everywhere. The consumers are really powerful. But still, consumers want a lot more, many complicated demands. So that's actually the point. The company cannot really satisfy all those consumers' needs, wants, and so on. So just before we're talking about consumerism and also how company actually satisfy the consumers' want needs, just have a look at where the starting point of consumerism and how that consumerism actually evolved. So that's actually, and what kind of a specific practice a company can actually employ in responding to the consumerism and consumerist activity. Let's look at first, then these are the major right of the customers. So you are the customers, I am the customers, so we have the right as a consumers. So these are the right that we have. So we can claim this right to the companies. So what are they? Upon any particular product service, we have a right to request a safety from the product. So we have a right to claim a safety. And we also have the right to be correctly informed about the product. Right? So we should know, we want to know, we have the right to know what kind of actually informations are available in the market, and what are the content of the product service available in the market, who are the providers of the products in the market. So that kind of information, we want all different kinds of information. We want it, and we have the right to know that information, and also the right to inform, and the right to choose are pretty much very similar concepts, right? If one or two firms actually the only provider of the service, it is actually violating our rights. You should have right to choose among many product and service. So certainly government has the obligation to meet our right as our customers. And also we have the right to be heard. So we have right to be heard means that here we should be able to communicate with the product providers. Right? So we can tell what we want, and also the provider can tell what they plan to offer to us, whether what they offers are really corresponding to what we want. So we can communicate each other between customers and suppliers. So these four rights, what we call a consumers Magna Carta, like JFK, the president of USA in 60s, very quite a leader in many respects. He showed a lot of very strong political leadership, but also he also achieved kind of a landmark achievement to customers. JFK, John F. Kennedy, the president of USA in the 60s, declared the Consumers Magna Carta. So by his declaration, consumers are able to know these four basic rights. So I think because of this consumers' Magna Carta, the consumers are able to more substantiate what they want from the product suppliers, companies, providers, and whatever, right? So quite important key event when we're talking about consumerism and consumers' right. Where is the and mostly these are what we want from the customer. I mean the product, right? We want a fair value. What you pay deserve. You pay something by expecting some kind of expectation, by expecting kind of a quality or your say money value or whatever. So your money spending should satisfy yours, also should meet your expectation. That's what I call a fair value. And also the product should specify what they are. So that's what it mean by here a full disclosure. And also we want a truthful advertisement. If you see the advertisement from lots of mass media, I don't think that lots of you guys here 100% surely believe what they are saying. But what we want from the advertisement is at least we wish them to telling the truth about the product, not exaggerating, not really close the line, and so on. And plus, we want product safe, right? Like if you have been talking about like oxy crisis, the humidifier materials actually containing some very harmful materials that damaging your lung, which means that the product itself is not that safe. So we want a safe product. So we wish to remove all of the dangerous product in the market. So we have a pretty much fundamental expectation from the product market, but actually what we see is that our fundamental expectation never actually meet our fundamental belief. So that's why consumers actually demanding more and more in more forceful way. So this is a consumerism, definition of consumerism. It is actually nothing but just social movement, collective activity by looking at the accumulating or collecting their right or power in relation to the seller. So that's the consumerism, right? So simply the consumers want to have power, want to claim their right. Like consumerism, if you study this one, already the activity started somewhere at the beginning of 20th century, 19 somewhere 05 or 06. But we just cannot really say that the consumerism wave really started until 1950s. So right after World War II, we can obviously say that it is the time of the wave of consumerism, which took like a real form in 60 and became a mature and substantiate in 70s. So now we can see these are the consumerism, somewhere in 1970s. And after that, consumerism getting more powerful, bigger, and so on. But we can see that the consumerism somewhere like 70s, it is just the consumerism there just want the right. They want to have their rights like Magna Carta. That's why it is actually formed. So consumerism in 1970s and around that time is just demanding your right. But that consumerism actually progressed a lot. So consumerism this day, now, is much more difficult. So consumerism this day is not only seeking right and power, but consumerism this day is try to give like watchful eyes over the company's activity. So we not only want our right, but also we monitor, watch the company's activity. So much more aggressively, the consumerism actually progressed. So does the consumerism movement and enhanced power of consumerism or consumers really helpful or not? So that is the questions. So because of the consumers movement and stronger consumerisms, we saw a lot of, say, benefits. Right? Actually, it did actually quite good job to many consumers, as we see here. Because of a strong consumerism, we were able to achieve a very fair market for our customers. So fair market means that now the information about the product, information about the sellers, providers are pretty much known. That information is available in the market. So consumers are able to choose what is the best option, best choice for them. And also because of the stronger consumers and consumers' activity movement, we are now, the consumers are able to, this day, have the authority and power and even support a group of watchdogs. Right? So a lot of consumer activists who actually directly watching the companies, say, behavior, and say companies also quality control, quality assurance to the customers. And another benefit is that because of these strong consumerisms and consumer movement, consumers are nowadays having lots of plenty of affordable list of goods and services. So product price, I'm not saying that drop down, but actually we were able to have much wider choice of the products and service. And of course, don't need to mention about increased standard of our living. So we see consumerism and strong consumer movement actually help people, public. But still, consumers suffer from business, right? Customers, we see upset a lot about a poor provision of the product service by the companies. So these are pretty much a very common problems that we have from the business. I mean, we are the customers, so we have experience of buying something from the companies, and I think we have quite amount of the bad experience of, say, a poor product and service provision by the company. So these are some of the examples. High price product, poor quality. Still, these are the problems. Mostly the hidden fees. I just saw this today, the newspaper, about like how outlet stores are actually manipulating the customers. The news say that I just made us I mean, what is outlet actually? Why outlet stores are actually there? So by going outlet store, you actually buy products much cheaper, right? So that's why we have the outlet. That's why, that's the purpose of the outlet, providing something at far lower price. However, the outlet stores actually not really telling the truth price. A lot of hidden fees of the outlet stores products, right? So say sometimes if customers complain a lot about their price, then the outlet stores just arbitrarily reduce the price. It used to be, say, the price of, say, a t-shirt is, say, 10만 원 in the outlet stores. And if you, say, complain, how come you charge so expensive? In internet, the price of that t-shirt is 5만 원. Then outlet store suddenly, okay, I will ask you for 4만 원. So the price of that outlet store is this day pretty much not that stable. And the outlet store price is, sometimes if you pay in cash, then you can even have it in far reduced price. That simply means that a lot of hidden actually fees embedded in the outlet source price. So price supposed to telling the information of the product, but because of these hidden fees, no one actually trusts how the what's the reality of the real price of the product. I just talked about these four, right? The consumers' Magna Carta, four fundamental rights of the customers. So you can just claim any rights. Especially important one this day is right to be informed, right? Previously, the customers surely hide some of the critical information of the product in terms of like what structure really the price of the product, for instance, and what constitute the ingredients of the product and so on. So not strongly the companies are obliged to telling that kind of information of the product in detail, but because of this one, the company should inform exactly what they are selling. So that's why the advertisement is getting more important. So that's why you as a firm should concern a lot about like making a very good advertisement all the times. What is advertisement? What is advertisement? What is advertisement? Like promotion, right? We see advertisement all the time. Advertisement, you may see simply like say TV commercial, for instance, stand for like the advertisement. So you may think that TV commercial may be the advertisement, but actually advertisement actually more than just a TV commercial. Any kinds of message that contain the information of the product. As you see, one of the important Magna Carta right is the company should give the right information to the customers. When you say the right information, that means the information of the product should be written, explained in clear, accurate, and adequate manner to the customers. That's the point. So the point is how company can deliver the information in this form to the customers. That's the questions. Right? So you say you are the companies, and if you say should deliver the information of the product in this way, how are you going to do that? Advertisement, right? You can use the media, mass media, newspaper, TV, radio, any forms of medium you can use to tell the information of your product. But as you say, the information should be delivered in clear, accurate, and adequate manners. So your, say, delivery of the information, what you call it, advertisement, should be made in that way. So that is actually what we mean by advertising abuses. Advertisements or advertising activity should not violate the spirit of these three needs of the information. If advertisement is made in this way, the message cannot be delivered clear, accurate, and adequate manners. So, like, what is advertisement ambiguity? So ambiguity simply means that the message can be interpreted in many different ways. So your interpretation, my interpretation may be different than that message of advertisement is quite ambiguous, right? Exaggeration. I think these are pretty common marketing abuse this day, right? Exaggerations, like batteries, for instance. Say Energizer batteries last like 50% longer. So according to the advertiser or marketing experts say that is exaggerations, right? What do you mean by last longer? Or more, say, effective 50%, 50% more effective. That does not really telling anything, right? Say, like the king of beer. What does this mean? Means nothing, right? There's no actually king in beer, right? So who defined king in beer industry? So a lot of, say, exaggerated, say, slogans actually used in the advertisement. So that is actually belonging to exaggeration. Quite kind of a euphemism, like better pizza, for instance. What do you mean by better pizza? Compared to what? So that is kind of exaggerations. So exaggeration in marketing or advertisement is also kind of advertising abuse. What about concealment of fact? This is also violating the clear, adequate, and accurate manners of information delivery. So what is PPL? I mean, if you know by any chance. If you know PPL, that's exactly kind of a very common, say, a marketing practice this day, but according to the rule of the advertisement here, it is like kind of a concealment of the fact. So if you see, say, like TV, movie, whatever, actually you see not only the story there, but also you see lots of product displaying, right? So product, brand, displaying in this, shown in the seen in the TV indirectly, actually telling you what kind of a brand actually the actor or actress is using. So that is like indirect telling the image, brand of the product. So that is also kind of advertising abuse, kind of a concealment, but quite widely used marketing practice, and also like too much appealing to the consumers emotionally. That is also without really telling the truth about the product. That is also advertising abuse. So if you see the TV commercial, for instance, so that's why you shouldn't really trust or relying too much information from TV commercial, because lots of advertisement in that media actually using this kind of marketing abuse practice. I mean, these are also the, I mean, as I told you, like the company has a right to inform the information, inform the consumers what they provide by, so advertisement is actually a kind of a method of a firm to delivering the information. So that's actually the goal of the advertisement. But the problem is that the companies actually misuse or intentionally wrong use that medium. So that's why we have a lot of controversy here in companies' advertising activities, right? So you just do not actually directly comparing your product with some particular product in more explicitly comparative way, or you should not use any particular, say, sex in advertisement, or children. Marketing to poor people is not also not ideal. Selling alcoholic beverage, or I mean, I'm not sure. We see a lot of, say, alcoholic beverage on TV almost every day. Cigarette, it is pretty much disposed on TV, and so on. So a lot of still advertising related controversy issues, because a lot of this actually wrong practice are actually common in marketing field. So that's why, again, I mean, the telling the information is quite essential, necessary. So that's why company claim that we use advertisement method because it is the most efficient and effective way to deliver the product information to mass people. So advancement of advertisement or say TV commercial is simply because of the consumers want a lot more information. So that's why a lot of people say who support the advertisement argue. Right? We are simply doing this job because we are meeting the obligation to deliver the information to customers. So because of the advertisement, the consumers' standard of living improve, consumers more liked about the product, much better at distributing the information to a lot of people at cheaper price, at lower cost. So that's why a lot of companies actually stay heavily using lots of their budget in advertising activity. So, however, on the other hand, some people say that, of course, the company has the obligation to reveal what they are selling or how they are selling, but too much using the advertisement is not really appropriate because of this adverse effect by the marketing or the advertisement product. They say that too much marketing practice, advertisement or advertising abuse actually lowering the standard of living and even lower the consumer satisfaction. Simply because of the marketing practice or advertisement and cost of it, actually that cost is actually transferred to consumers, so consumers at the end actually pay more. That's the unnecessary cost according to the these people who has the negative view on the advertisement. So that's why, like a lot of products, like cosmetic, for instance, compared to the real value of the product, actually the price is really high and expensive because you guys actually pay the company's advertising activity, right? So that the price contain their advertisement activity. So in that sense, it is not really effective and only charging high cost. So advertisement, nothing but just delivering a kind of a method of delivering the information to satisfy the consumer's right to be informed. But the problem is whether companies are really using it right or simply manipulating under the name of consumers' right to be informed. When we say right to be informed, simply means that the like company deliver basic information to customers. So in that sense, you may thinking about advertisement, but the advertisement is not the only actually way to meet that right of the consumers. Like warranty, or as we see later, like product, like packaging and labeling. Also, a lot many other actually issues related to the product information. Obligation. So like packaging, for instance, or how you describe the product in outside the package is also related to the product information obligation to the customers. So, I mean, when warranty as well. Warranty means actually, what is warranty anyway? So when you actually buy the products, every product does have a warranty. So warranty simply means like a time limit. The time limit of the product responsibility. So for that time limit, that product is responsible, the company actually responsible for that product. Right? So after that time limit, actually the responsibility is actually customers. But until within that time limit, it is actually the company's responsibility to say, dealing with any problems. So warranty as well, there are also lots of different kinds of warranty. So as you see here, expressed warranty and implied warranty. So expressed warranty means here, like, expressed warranty means like explicitly you describe, explicitly offered warranty, while the implied warranty means that kind of a, as you see here, unspoken promise, even if it is not described in the contract, so it is unspoken. But however, the company has the responsibility to manage anything wrong from that product. So warranty as well, by simply hiding the specification of warranty, the company may induce or seduce customers to buy more their product. So describing the right types of warranty also related to the product information issue this day. Full warranty, limited. So when you actually buy the products, you have to carefully look at the say manual of the products. What kind of actually the warranty the product actually giving to you? As you see here, many different kinds of warranty. Full warranty. Full warranty means that actually the provider responsible the whole part of the product, while the limited warranty means that the provider only responsible for a small part or pre-described part of the product. So what kind of warranty actually offered you have to carefully looking at. So, I mean, this is the case of the USA, like Federal Tax Commission. I mean, FTC is really, really powerful and strong, say, authority in USA. Actually, make sure the consumer's right. So this individual organization actually required all of the companies to meet, especially the product information issues, in terms of, say, warranty, in terms of advertisements without any exaggerations, also ensuring like full disclosure of the important information of the products. Actually, all this requirements is clearly led by Federal Trade Commission. Okay, let's have a break, and then another issues. On one hand, company should care their customers by meeting four rights of customers, especially the consumer's right to be informed. I think that's pretty much important this day. So again, like disclose everything to the customers. Of course, because of that, the company tend to abuse the marketing and the advertisement method, but that's pretty much other issues. So the point is that you as a firm should concern the like the consumer's right to be informed. But on the other hand, you as a firm should make sure that the customers should get right quality and safety product. This one, safety. So safety means the safety that you understand, but also this safety contain also the quality. So these four are pretty much important, but as I told you, this one, right to be informed, and right to be safe from the product. So pretty much strongly demanded this day. So you as a firm strongly concern these two especially in particular. Okay. So we are going to talk about then after the break what is consumers' right to be safe. Right? So this chapter 14 is actually one of the company's job to ensure the product quality and safety, right? So how are you going to guarantee the product safety and quality? So I think regarding the quality, for instance, I think the company achieved quite a lot progress and advancement. We will talk about later also, we will learn about more in like fall semesters about total quality management, which was developed by lots of Japanese companies somewhere in 70s and also much more prosper in 90s. Still, Korean firms are pretty much students of that practice. So total quality management means that the whole organization from top to bottom all involved in the manufacturing operation all together and just checking assuring the qualities. So the total quality management means simply it's like company-wide, say, campaign. Here, company-wide means from top to bottom. To targeting like only allow one mistake out of their 1 million produced item. Simply say you produce, say, 1 million cars, right? In your 1 million cars, you only allow one mistake. So that's pretty much like what the total quality management practice design and targeting to achieve, right? So only one mistake out of 1 million triers simply means you are actually challenging perfection. A lot of Japanese firms and Korean firms actually mastering that practice. So especially cars and electronics. So in that sense, the quality parts pretty much Korea or some of the leading countries are reached to the full customer satisfaction. But other issue is customer, say the consumer safety, whether the products are really safe to use. Is there any harmful materials or harmful like harmful materials that is damaging the consumers and customers. So this part, quality part and safety parts, along with the customer's right to be informed, pretty much very central consumers issue. That is because the income level of consumers are pretty much high this day. So so obviously the consumers want better quality products which ensured safety. Pretty much obvious, but one thing to make sure is that what is actually quality? So that is the questions. Without clearly defining the meaning of quality here, it would be too expensive, like too costly job for a firm to meet a quality standard to all of the customers. So you should clearly understand what quality means. So we know what safety means, something that does not harm your, say, health and sometimes welfare. But what about quality? A lot of, I say, dimensions in quality. So these are some of the dimensions of quality. So when we say quality, or when your firm say quality, you have to specify what kind of specific aspect or nature of quality you are mostly value to your operation. Performance can be quality, right? So like your cars, for instance, designed and made to, say, run 100 million kilometers, for instance. So that performance is actually the quality of your cars. Or durability, how long the product is actually lasting. And the characteristics and conformance actually also, especially this day, very important aspects of quality, right? See the appearance from that what you see from the TV or commercial should exactly matching what in real. So that's what we mean by here, conformance. But other than this one, your perceived qualities, your perception, the product should satisfy your perception, and also especially the serviceability. whenever it is having problem, it is fixed, repaired on time. So quality means here a lot. So you as a firm care or there are different many aspects of quality. And these are some of the principles to improve your, on the other hand, the safety of the product to the customers. So as you see at the beginning here, like reliability, for instance, or like the features, durability, pretty much kind of issues in safety as well. So when you say quality, that's not only including, say, some of the fundamental performance-related function, but also it is related to the safety-related functions. So these are the some of the say the strategy to improve the product safety here. I mean, this day a lot of companies actually go through a lot of like many process of safety testing through the some kind of a consumer group or testing group. So just try to make sure the safety. And also very prompt for investigation upon any kind of incident or product defection. So if it is like caused by the human errors, I think it is quite rare to confront any like safety issues to the in public. So the concern for product safeties are increasing because these are quite well suggested reason why companies concern more about the product reliability, safety, especially quality, because we are living in the litigation society. So if you have any problems, if you don't like it, you just take a legal proceedings, right? If you don't like what you get, what you receive from what you paid, you just sue it, right? So we are quite living in litigation society. So the cost of defending it's so expensive. So that's why company should be quite well ready for the product reliability. And also the legally the company should be responsible for product safety and quality if like any activity involved in that product or service are the liability of the firms, basically. So which means that anyone involved in the process of making what we call value chain should be reliable for the products any harmful effect or quality issues and so on. So almost companies are doing the unlimited performing a liability to customers. So I think what is especially important to students who studying the business is total quality management. I think the operation management, for instance, or supply chain management, you will study more about what is this. Like the process, simply like management practice to ensure not only the safety but also the qualities, right? So how a company can be run to make sure the quality. So that's the question, right? You actually managing thousands of people, operators. How are you going to orchestrating them to make sure the quality? So a lot of issues you actually concerned here, like your teamwork, your productivity, what kind of consumers actually want from your product. So hope you, I mean, certainly you will learn about the total quality management. Advancement of this area is just by the stemming from the consumer's right. They want safer and high quality products. So that's why total quality management total quality management designed, kind of a byproduct of the consumer's demand. Okay, let us finish today. So consumer issues and especially what they want from you, and also you as a firm, what you should provide them. So that's pretty much like a big issue here. So I think chapter 14 and chapter 13 will be the kind of chapters that talking about customers. And like Friday, we will be also talking about lastly the employees, right? So what are the issues of the employees and how you actually manage the employees, right? So we are talking about that one on Friday.